Hi, this is Wayne Williams of Speaking of Horses, and we're proud to be partnering with Northwest Horse Source, bringing you videos about the horse industry through our association with this publication, Northwest Horse Source. So, let's watch our current video. Speaking of horses, we are here at the Midwest Carriage Festival, which has moved here to Elkhorn, Wisconsin this year. And Marcia Himmler is my guest. She is a technical delegate who is actually here as a representative through the American Driving Society to ensure that the rules are, followed and all that. So, Marcia, welcome. And first of all, you're from New York.
Saratoga Springs.
Saratoga Springs, a beautiful part of the country. Absolutely gorgeous. Tell us about being here at this Midwest event.
Well, I come from the Midwest, so I'm always glad to come back to where I came from, although I came from Indiana. This is my third year as the technical delegate for this show. It's always been a very well-run show, in my opinion, and a lot of nice people to work with. My job is to be the liaison between the competitor and show management, make sure everything is safe and following the rules. And if there's any questions or any disputes over something, I'm the one that gets called in and has to make the decision.
Well, see, that's why they bring somebody in from like New York. You can come in, you can make the very objective call, and then you don't have to stay around. You leave.
Right, I can be the bad guy and go home.
Right, and that's needed. In many cases, that's needed. Yeah.
But I always try not to be the bad guy, to be very judicious and fair in any decision that I am called on to make.
So how long you been in driving?
Over 40 years.
Wow.
I've got two 30-year pins, one from the USEF, one from the American Driving Society, and that was from about 5 years ago.
Wow, that's great. So do you still compete yourself as well?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I used to compete at Walnut Hill, and I compete at Lorenzo, and I'm in the show committee at Lorenzo. So I've got an old pony, and this may be her last year.
So how do you like this event? Is this
I
event?
like it. It's nice. It's laid back. It's laid out well. We have plenty of room. The rings are very nice and very good for driving.
Well, when they moved here this year to the Walworth County Fairgrounds in Elkhorn from Columbus, Columbus was a lot of tents, a lot of portable stalls that all had to be put up in that park. Here they've moved into a really nice horse facility with permanent barns, permanent arenas. They've got a really nice setup here.
Yes, they do, and management of the fairgrounds runs a lot of horse shows here, so they understand horse people and can work with us, and it's been very pleasant.
Right. Well, we wish you luck here at the show.
Well, thank you very much. I enjoy being here.
And we hope you don't have too many bad decisions to make.
Hope I don't make any. Thank you.
Marcia Himmler, who is the technical delegate, and stay with us at Speaking of Horses. We're going all around the Midwest Classic, the driving classic. You're going to love it.
Thank you. Well, right now we're going to give you a look at some of the obstacle driving. This is the single cart obstacle driving. It is time and it is accuracy. So let's watch just a bit of this going on in the field right beside the arenas. Hey, Wayne Williams, speaking of horses, we're at the Midwest Carriage Classic now. It's now in Elkhorn, Wisconsin here. Moved in here from Columbus, Wisconsin for years.
Correct.
Fran Seidel is my guest. Now, Fran, tell us what you're doing here with the Midwest Carriage Classic.
We are doing a ADS approved carriage show. There's 6 different classes and then additional classes, 6 in the division, several different divisions. and just having a good time.
Yeah, so you are exhibiting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what's your favorite class in this?
I just ran my favorite class. It's the timed obstacles. There are 10 sets of cones and additional random cones in there this time as well. And you drive it as quickly as you can without breaking gate and without knocking any of the balls off of the cones.
Right, and we're going to show a little of this in just a minute.
Beautiful.
Of how this class works, but there are the cones.
Yes.
And you put the tennis balls on the top.
Yes.
And you have to run the pattern correctly.
Yes.
And not disturb the tennis balls.
Correct.
Yeah.
You have to keep the red gate on the right, the red marker on the right, and they are numbered, but you can't necessarily see where the numbers are when you're on the course until you get through the next one. So we get to walk the course ahead of time and figure out the direction of how our horse moves and how we think we can get through it quickest.
So, do you do other classes as well?
I do. We did turnout class this morning, and that's judged primarily on your horse, your cart, how everything is put together, what your whole look looks like, maintenance of your cart, cleanliness of your horse, and just putting on an overall good picture.
Now, when you get to the attire for this, of course, you have on the coat, the ascot, you have all and the hat and all that.
Yes.
But tell us the purpose of the apron.
The apron it originally was to, and still is, it was to keep your clothing clean. So there's dye on the reins, your gloves as well, keep your hands clean, and to protect your clothing while you're in the cart.
One of the things that I always have fun with is trying to explain to people why a dashboard in an automobile is called a dashboard. And it's a dashboard because it came from the carriages.
Yeah.
The dashboard in the front of the carriage to keep the horse from throwing the dirt on you.
Yes.
And that's the dashboard. And it just kind of transferred over as the carriages got turned into automobiles. And I love to throw that trivia on my son. So, the weather's holding nice.
Yes, you were afraid of rain. So.
What classes do you have left?
I have pick your route, which there's 10 sets of cones. You can't go through any set of cones twice, and you have to go through, figure out the best route for yourself and your horse to get through it as quickly as you can. So it is timed, but it's also, nothing is marked.
But you like the obstacles and the timed events the
I
most.
do.
I can tell. That's what
do.
always comes out first,
I
right?
do, yeah.
Well, we're having a great time here. It's the Midwest Carriage Classic. It has moved here to Elkhorn, but it's been going on for years.
Yes.
And we're in Elkhorn, Wisconsin, having a great time. And we're going to watch a little of this obstacle right now so people can see what it is that you just ran.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Enjoy your day.
All right. Stay with us here at Speaking of Horses. We're going around the Midwest Carriage Classic.